All right, we're back together again. And last week we started talking about the strategy session process. And I gave you the first question in that process to ask when you are in a communication with another entrepreneur who you might be able to help. And in turn, by you helping them, they're going to help you. And it's a win win situation for everybody. Everybody gets what they want. And so we had a few questions in regard to the first question that I told you in the strategy session process, which is, the first question you're going to ask someone when you begin this conversation with them, if you were meeting here 3 years from today, what would have had to happen in your life, both personally and professionally, in order for you to be really happy with your results? Now, a few people ask, okay, Kevin, why 3 years? Well, 3 years is just a time qualifier. And quite honestly, I suppose I should have clarified that a little bit. You can use whatever time qualifier you want. You can use 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. But in my business, what I have found that entrepreneurs tend to think in those kind of terms, in 3 year terms. Okay, so it's not out of line for them to be thinking, where do I want to be in 3 years? And so that's why I use that time qualifier. And if depending on the situation, if you want to use a different time qualifier, like I said, 1 year, 2 year, hey, that's up to you. Totally fine. Okay. So now when you ask somebody this question, what they are going to do is they are going to immediately begin telling you about everything that they're working on, what their goals are, what they're excited about, what their big initiatives are. And they are going to get really excited talking about this kind of thing because this is their life. This is their business. This is what they are doing. This is what their mission is all about. And they are going to begin telling you about all of this. Okay. And as they do, what I do, and when I'm having a strategy session like this, I let the person know. I may record it, and if I do, I will ask them permission and let them know that it's only for my reference so that I can go back and review this later because, and I will also take notes. And if I'm on the phone with somebody, I'll let them know, hey, I'm going to be sitting here taking notes on what you tell me because I want to remember this. And you might hear me plunking away on my keyboard. That's just me taking notes on what you're telling me. And I'm going to tell you right now that when you use this process, nobody in their business listens to them like we are now listening to them as we begin using this strategy session process. Okay. And so the second question then is once they've told you all of their big, goals, things they're working on, their aspirations, their big projects, now the next question then becomes, well, what do you believe has stopped you or prevented you from making all of this a reality already? And now they're going to start telling you about their roadblocks, things that they believe are standing in their way, all of that kind of thing. Okay, and this is one of the questions that allow you to really start to look at and figure out how can you help them? How can you help them overcome their roadblocks, things that are standing in their way? This is key areas right here. They're going to be telling you how you can help them. Okay, now if you are finding this valuable, once again, be sure let me know as we keep moving forward. And I share more of this process with you over the next week or so. We'll button it up pretty quick here. But I want to point out, I have been using this in my life and in my business for 7+ years now. And this process works so incredibly well. And I'm going to be actually sharing examples of how I'm using this process currently right now. I mean, discussions I'm having with other entrepreneurs on a daily basis in my own life right now. I'll share some of that with you as well coming up if you think you'll find that valuable. So once again, let me know and we will keep this going. And I'm going to keep providing you with some valuable information that I trust is going to help you out in a powerful way. So let me know if this is in fact the case.